Our lesson for today is using color to express how you feel. Artist Safel Gardner, born in Detroit in 1954, uses his emotions to create art. Mr. Safel believes that when he paints and makes work, he puts part of his spirit in it, and the only rule he really follows is to paint out of that creative emotion and what he feels. That's how he creates these beautiful paintings and mixed media works. For supplies, you're going to need a 9" by 12" piece of drawing paper and 1 box of crayons. For an optional activity using watercolor paints and markers, you're going to need a 9" by 12" watercolor paper, a set of watercolors, 1 to 3 paintbrushes, 1 jar of water, 1 box of markers, and paper towel as needed. Our first step is to create 4 equal parts of our 9" by 12" paper. Take your paper and fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. This will create 4 equal sections of your 9" by 12" paper. Then, in each section, you are going to think of an emotion, and you're going to write that word down. In this example, the student uses the word sad, happy, angry, and tired. Now it's time to get out your box of crayons. Think about what colors might be associated with the word sad. In other words, what colors, when you look at them, they make you feel sad, or they might be able to express the emotion of sad. Look at this student's examples of using crayons to express her emotion of sadness. As you can see, she's using a lot of downward strokes to communicate the emotion of sadness. Think about what strokes you can use or what kinds of lines you can use to convey and to share what emotion you are drawing. Now it's time to move on to your next word. And this student is going to now illustrate the emotion of anger. Let's see what crayon colors she picks. I see black. And she's making jagged lines, pointy lines. And now she's using the bright color of orange to express the emotion. And the lines are radiating outward. To me, it almost looks as if the lines are yelling. What do the lines remind you of? What do they make you think of? As you can see, the student added red. So there aren't a lot of colors she used, and that's what I encourage you to do. Maybe use 3 or 4 colors to express your emotion in each quadrant. Next, she's going to work on the word happy. And as we can see, she's starting with a circle, lots of circles. Maybe she's thinking about feeling bubbly and happy. Think about what shapes you can use to convey and to share what emotion you are drawing. Maybe yours are squares. Maybe they're pointy triangles. It really depends on the word you choose and what colors you use to share how you feel. Remember, each section is going to look different. As you could also see, the student isn't taking too long to create each section and to communicate her emotion. She's really just thinking right on the spot. And that's what I encourage you to do. Just be free and think about the emotion and try to communicate it as best as you can. Now the last emotion she's going to draw is tired. And for tired, the student uses to draw a curvy line. It almost looks like a pathway or a road. What does it remind you of? Does it remind you of tired? We see her using the colors blue and gray and brown. And there's your first lesson on using color to express your emotions. For the optional activity, you're going to use watercolors and markers to color your emotions. As you can see in our first example, the student used crayons to mark up their page and to express how they feel. Afterwards, they used their watercolor paints to go on top of the crayon and create a beautiful layered effect. In these next two examples, students used a combination of crayons, markers, and watercolor to express their emotions. And in the last example, the student used only watercolors. So as you can see, there are a variety of ways and approaches that you can use color to express how you feel. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson.